Scott Perkins.
Yes, sir.
What's up? Hey, Tommy Collins. Tommy Collins? Hey. Where's Tommy Collins?
Fuck, I didn't pick him up.
Ah, fuck him. We don't need him.
All right, whatever.
I'm James Trainer. You're listening to The Blade Job, and this is a special episode that we are recording and then pretty much immediately putting out because there has been a lot of crazy stuff that's happened over the past couple of hours.
Putting it out raw.
Putting it out raw.
That actually makes sense with what we're talking about.
It is what we're talking about because we are talking about the fact that on Sunday at TLC, Kurt Angle is returning to the ring.
Is that true?
That is true.
Is it damn true?
That's damn true. So apparently what is going on is there is an outbreak, allegedly.
According to ESPN,
allegedly, there's an outbreak of viral meningitis. Not bacterial. That's the one where you die.
Yes.
Viral meningitis. That has affected the likes of Roman Reigns, Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt, and JoJo. And that's why we haven't seen we didn't see JoJo on Raw. That's why we haven't seen Bo Dallas in a couple of weeks. And apparently, this is bad.
It's one of those things that it's not good. But hopefully good will come of it.
I think the good that's coming of it is one hell of a card for a B-grade pay-per-view.
B grade. We'll call it that. We get to see AJ Finn Balor.
We do get to see AJ Finn Balor. We also, going back to what we started with, get to see Kurt Angle, and I know you're not as excited about this I know you're excited because it's cool, it's exciting.
I'm super excited about it. I think it's not the right time or place.
And we will get to that. So, first and foremost, I want to say that I actually think that Kurt Angle was in this match from the get-go. I think that having this match be a 5-on-3 handicap match, both of the handicaps put in by Kurt Angle, technically, he made the decision to allow Braun Strowman and, spoiler alert, Kane to enter this match. So
I don't understand Kane, but yes.
I understand Kane. I mean, think about Kane. Roman Reigns beats The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Kane's not going to get his hands on Brock Lesnar and survive, but he sure as shit can kick the crap out of Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I think this is a heel turn for Kane, where Kane's going to come back as, not that you beat my brother at WrestleMania, the fact that you made a mockery of him. Because, let's be fair, that whole storyline after Roman beat The Undertaker did not paint Roman in a good light. It made him look like a fucking schoolyard bully. That's the feeling I got. And then Braun Strowman threw him like 30 feet across the backstage area through some tables, and it was great.
That was awesome. I was excited to see Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns again, mostly because I just like Braun Strowman murdering Roman Reigns.
Which he actually literally tried to do a couple of times, and then Roman tried to crush him in an ambulance.
Yeah.
It got weird.
Their feud got
weird.
Felonious.
Yeah. But Jordynne Grace was there, and
Jordynne
she was like, what the fuck?
That was cool. Yeah, because she's from Texas, right?
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I've only ever seen her in Worcester.
I feel like she may have relocated around
She
here.
might have.
She's always at Worcester shows, and she's always in Providence. She's pretty much a mainstay at Beyond, Limitless. I think she's doing some stuff with CZW or H2O, one of those hardcore promotions that Tremont runs. I don't know.
He needs multiple.
He's whatever. We'll get to Tremont. We'll just do a whole episode on Tremont one day. So I think what was going to happen is we're going to have this 5-on-3. The Shield were going to come out and they were going to play we're the Shield. We got this. Like we've had bigger odds thrown against us. And then Kurt Angle was going to come out and be like, you know what? This is unfair. He's going to fucking Cesaro off his suit and boom, Olympic gold medalist.
That'd be cool if he had the medals on underneath his suit.
Well, yeah. I'm assuming he does.
He sleeps with them? just wraps like sandwich bags around him in the shower.
Yeah.
He's probably got the whole thing down.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I think that might be what was going on. Obviously, I don't know. I have no internal knowledge of WWE booking. I don't think creative has any internal knowledge on booking in their company.
It seems like they, like, I don't know.
Raw sucks sometimes.
Yeah, we'll put sometimes on.
SmackDown is better.
NXT is better.
NXT is better. And hopefully this new quote-unquote ECW show that's rumored will be even better.
I doubt it.
Have Triple H run it. Make it an offshoot of NXT.
Just have Triple H.
And then just do like every main event is a barbed wire match. Then people are going to end up with viral meningitis from all the barbed wire.
Yeah.
Tetanus.
Yeah,
they're going to get tetanus. So the other big change that you mentioned earlier, AJ Styles is being loaned to Raw, quote unquote, from SmackDown to replace the ill Bray Wyatt and face Finn Balor in what I believe is a first-time matchup. Singles match, at least, for the two of them.
I am so painfully excited for this match because, like, even though there's no story or anything to it, there's no story to Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor. It was just, oh, I'm spooky, you're spooky. Hey, let's be spooky and wrestle. Like, this is dumbest fucking feud. But now at least you get to see two of the best in the world currently go at it. And
two of the best in the world, maybe ever.
AJ
Styles is a technician. I mean, from day one, when I first saw him in TNA in 2002.
He's a chubby guy with short hair.
He's cute. he came out there and, I know I saw him in WCW because I didn't miss any WCW, and I know he wrestled on Thunder, but I don't remember it, probably because it was 20 years ago.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. No, WWE bought WCW 15 years ago.
Damn.
And this was, I think, 2000, so like 17 years. Yeah. Anyways.
That's bonkers.
So, for the first time, obviously a storyline that WWE has avoided like the plague or like viral meningitis. You've got the two former leaders of the Bullet Club.
Half of the Bullet Club leadership.
You got, if we don't see Gallows and Anderson, I don't necessarily mean they have to be involved in this match, but I think they should be at ringside. I just to be there. Just WWE has spent so much time trying to take away anything that the Bullet Club stands for or anything that they use, while bringing in half of their members.
There's 5 former Bullet Club members in WWE right now.
Balor, Styles, Gallows, Owens.
Gallows, Anderson, and...
not Owens, Anderson.
Adam Cole.
And Cole. So 5. How many current Bullet Club members are there?
There's a bunch. Like all the guys in Japan as well as the guys over here.
But like you've got Rhodes, you've got the Bucks, you've got Omega.
Marty Scurll, Hangman Page, Tama Tonga, Tonga Roa, Bad Luck Fale.
It's becoming Chase the fucking NWO.
Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi.
Because, next week, like, War Machine's going to join the Bullet Club.
No, they already have a heavyweight tag team. They don't need to know.
It's just, you know what I'm saying. Though.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from Cody Rhodes or Omega or the Bucks, but the two biggest stars that the Bullet Club ever had are facing each other in a WWE ring.
But they can't mention the Bullet Club.
See,
do you think they're gonna?
I think the smart thing to do is let the Bucks use the Too Sweet in exchange for letting WWE use the Bullet Club.
The Bucks don't own.
I know, New Japan
New
does.
Japan, yeah.
But New Japan already works with WWE. They already have a relationship.
They used to share a fucking belt.
So what the fuck's the problem?
That was Vince Sr.
Vince Sr. is dead.
Right. And that's why... That's the problem.
Are you saying that Vince McMahon is stopping something great in professional wrestling? I don't believe it. Vince would not do that.
No, he wouldn't.
Those are some good shifty eyes you did right there. So
we need to start video recording these,
so we can see you doing weird shit.
Yeah, I'm a visual.
No one.
I'm
could
the
see
visual
that.
man. I was waving my arms around.
You were waving.
Like
arms.
I just don't care.
So what are your
you guys
predictions?
are missing all this gold.
AJ and Finn. I mean, this is something that I have won. I mean, I expected us to see AJ Nakamura. Before I expected us to see AJ Finn Balor.
AJ Nakamura, just like their little like stare down at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that was
pants 10.
Just that little like that little brawl, just that, you know, the
before that, just them like looking at each other, and then it's like, yeah, I've seen Wrestle Kingdom 10. That's what's up. Like that match, their match at Wrestle Kingdom 10 was stupid, but like
stupid as in the kids say good.
Yes, it was silly good.
Tommy Collins isn't here.
I know. I keep looking over.
Why isn't he talking? God
well,
damn
he doesn't talk. He's a quiet guy.
He is. I'm gonna make him do a show by himself. That's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Tommy Collins in the trash can. But no, Finn Balor, AJ Styles, you know it's going to be a good match. Even if they half-ass it, it's still going to be like better than most of the matches that are on TV anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't think I care who wins.
Oh, I don't. Not even a little bit.
As long, I mean, because like I said, there's no storyline to it. It's just like, fuck, Bray Wyatt's sick. Let's have a good match. Like,
so
I'm also not as high on Bray Wyatt as a lot of people are. Like, he's fine, but
I really enjoy Bray Wyatt, but the way they've been booking him against Balor over the past couple of months is
stupid.
Not good.
It doesn't.
It's reaching the levels of his feud with Randy Orton, where it was just like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, remember that time he was like, "Oh, look at these bugs! They're on the ring." Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And then Randy Orton committed arson.
Yeah.
That was a little weird.
I don't know.
A lot of weird, like, felonies happen in WWE lately.
Oh, no, they always have.
No, not like, Taker encased Paul Bearer in concrete one time.
He hung the Big Boss Man.
No, Edge and Christian hung the Big Boss Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And they're Canadian, so it's fine. They apologized.
Sorry.
Oh, I don't know. It just it sounded like the right thing to do. The fuck are we talking about? AJ and Finn.
AJ and Finn Balor. But no, that's one of those things where it doesn't need a fucking storyline because
No.
you know they're just gonna go out, they're gonna work their asses off because that's what those guys do. There's a reason why, you know, AJ Styles finally made it to WWE because he went out every fucking night. Japan. Jeff Jarrett company, you know, wherever he was.
Global Force Jarrett, yeah.
Global Force Jarrett. Wherever he was giving it fucking everything he had.
He's one of those rare competitors where it doesn't matter if it's an indie show in a gym in front of 50 people or Wrestle Kingdom, he treats every night like WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Every night he is in the main event of WrestleMania. Every single night.
Someday he will be. And that'll be a dope WrestleMania.
I don't understand why he hasn't been yet, but that is a whole nother...
Because he had to wrestle Shane McMahon.
And Chris Jericho.
And Chris Jericho.
Greatest of all time.
The G-O-A-T.
Yes, GOAT.
GOAT.
So, and I mean, you've got a guy like,
Shawn Michaels is better.
Fucking... God damn it. You know, you've got a guy like Balor who is great in the ring. I mean, there was a lot of controversy around him a couple years back, there were a lot of injuries that may or may not have been caused by him. He does have a rough style. He's very hard hitting. His finisher could literally cave in your ribs.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to take that.
I would not. I mean, maybe if I was a guy like, no offense, Ace Romero or Brian Malonis, and I had a little padding, I might be like, okay, Strowman, Joe even.
Joe's got that protective layer of karate.
But like, you look like Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
he's a skinny dude.
I mean, granted, Finn Balor weighs like 160 pounds, so it's like
Granted, and I know he does the move in a way that's not. I'm sure he's mastered a way of not hurting people, or no one would want to hire him. No one would want to wrestle him. But for me, the mystique of Prince Devitt was always his entrances, his showmanship. He is what Dolph Ziggler wishes he could be.
Yeah.
God, I'm forgetting the show and I'm forgetting the match. Honestly, all I remember is the entrance. He came out as Heath Ledger's Joker, and his entrance was just, and it was at a little fucking dinky indie show. I mean, not a little dinky indie show. It was probably like a Ring of Honor show or something like that.
I thought you were talking about Rey Mysterio. Because he did do that, too.
Rey Mysterio did do that. He was also 25. Batman for a while.
He beat JBL in like a minute.
And then JBL quit and never came back.
He got injured. I saw that last night. That's why he didn't come back, because he got injured.
He could have come back.
Yeah. But he's gone now.
It was because he was mean to Morrow.
I don't like Morrow.
I know you don't, but I don't really care. Yeah. You and your Shawn Michaels crap.
He has nothing to do with
Morrow, it doesn't matter. So let's now take it all the way around. You don't think that this is the right time for Kurt Angle to come back.
No.
I want to hear your reasoning, and I'm going to play a little Keanu Reeves devil's advocate.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That guy is a fucking animal. There's Keanu Reeves in Youngblood. It's a movie about hockey. You should watch it. Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe.
That's sick. A great cast.
Oh, dude. Fantastic fucking movie.
Let's start a new, fuck this,
fuck
new
wrestling.
Podcast.
Keanu Reeves
podcast. Only Keanu Reeves movies all the time.
Point Break. End of podcast.
Done.
That's all you got to say. Point Break.
So let's go back to wrestling.
Okay.
You don't think it's the right time for Kurt to return to the ring? I've already said my piece of, I think he was in this match from the get-go, from the creation of this match. I mean, I know your reasons, but, tell the people at home.
Who gives a fuck about TLC? It's not special. People don't say, "Oh, hey, you remember TLC 2017?" Like 6 years from now, 7 years from now, people go, "Yeah, oh yeah, that was that one. Oh yeah, do you remember WrestleMania 17 X7? Yes, I could name half the fucking matches on that card because it's special. I don't even consider it a B pay-per-view. It's a C, it's a D. It's like, who cares?
Well, see, I consider at this point, and this is in the current landscape of WWE, gimmicked pay-per-views are the B shows. I feel like your Clash of Champions, your Backlashes, your No Mercies, those are your C shows at this point. Because at the end of the day, unfortunately, most of the time, you're not going to see an amazing pay-per-view from WWE anymore. You're just not going to see it. But every now and then you get memorable moments. And usually those memorable moments are those things that harken back to the Attitude Era, that harken back to the Ruthless Aggression, harken back to guys like Foley and the Hardy Boys and Triple H, where someone falls off a ladder and goes through a bunch of tables. And it's like a couple years ago, Owens did that pyramid chair bump. If you remember that.
Yeah, he built something and then
he fell through it. Yeah. And it was like, I will remember that because it was an insane bump. And at the end of the day, they're wrestlers and they wrestle and they take bumps.
They sports entertain.
You shut your dirty whore mouth. So Kurt Angle is 46.
46. Loves him some God.
He will take a bump on Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, a bump. A big bump.
Kane... Actually, everyone in the match except for The Miz is super hard hitting.
Yeah. Kurt Angle may be 46, but this is a dude who we've seen do insanely dangerous things.
Remember that plate of glass?
Well, that wasn't really him. That was
Shane-O.
Well, you could hear his head hitting the concrete. Jesus Christ.
Several times.
Rollins is going to bump hard. Ambrose might die.
Yeah. This is his kind of match. He's gonna...
Ambrose, if you as Scott Perkins or you as the lovely listeners at home, if you have never gone out of your way and watched Dean Ambrose's indie career as Jon Moxley, his shit in CZW will give you nightmares.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
It is brutal. This is a guy who will put his body and put his actual well-being on the line to entertain people. I'm not saying that you need to be hardcore to be entertaining, because we've seen, we could name every Beyond match we've been to over the past year, and 90% of them are not hardcore.
But the ones that are, oh boy.
Brutal. But JT Dunn, Martin Stone, one of the best matches I've ever seen. Slow burn.
Super slow burn.
But worth it.
Oh,
every goddamn minute.
That really was just like, I love matches like that, the super technical where it's just like, oh, this is kind of boring. And then 3/4 of the way through, you're like, wait, I've just seen all of that beauty. It's.
You mean like we're going to see next week at Beyond Wrestling Apocalypse Dudes when Martin Stone wrestles Zack Sabre Jr.?
It's going to be a polite match.
It will. Very British and very violent.
Yes.
Very hard-hitting. So I don't... Obviously, I agree with you. Kurt Angle making his in-ring return would better be saved for WrestleMania or even Survivor Series or the Rumble or SummerSlam against Triple H, against Shane McMahon, against whoever.
Put him in the Rumble. He doesn't have to win, but just imagine, boom, number 30, the trumpets hit, people would shit themselves.
I agree.
He doesn't have to win.
I agree. But
because then you'll say, remember the 2018 Royal Rumble? That was fucking nuts.
It was, but the Rumble they can't rely on the Rumble every year. I feel like they do. 2 years ago
it was AJ,
and that was a special moment for me because all of us are sitting there. We're hearing this music. The camera work is terrible. The crowd sees it before we do. But hearing that music, I remember looking around the room at the people who were watching it with me going, who the fuck is this? I have no idea who this music is. And then I remember popping like a little, 10-year-old kid or 13-year-old kid the first time I saw Goldberg. And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I'm out of my seat. I'm screaming. Yeah, no, I said it that way, you motherfucker.
That's not what we're laughing about. Trash Can's is laughing at you.
Trash Can's always laughing.
I know.
And I popped hard. If that happened and it was Kurt Angle and he wasn't the GM of Raw, I would pop. We see him every week. The Rumble is not the right place for him.
But a shitty handicap match?
Trust me, I agree. I think my alleged fantasy booking of him coming out at TLC and saying, I'm entering this match, would have been awesome.
That would have been better.
Now, whether or not that was the case, we will never know. I am thinking that maybe there still is a fourth member of this team.
Do you think he's related to Kurt Angle?
I swear to God, I hope.
It's John Cena.
Da, 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 da. No, John Cena is going to wrestle Jinder apparently at WrestleMania.
Why?
Because Jinder Mahal fucking challenged him or some shit. It was stupid. I don't know. I like Jinder Mahal. At least he's a... Oh, let's talk about this. At least he's a champion who shows up. Hey, Brock, where you at?
I have no words for my distaste for Brock Lesnar.
I love Brock Lesnar. I hate Universal Champion Brock Lesnar.
Right. I don't understand why it doesn't seem like he even likes wrestling.
He likes money.
He likes money, but why would you put one of your top titles on a guy who doesn't want to wrestle?
And you know what? I mean, I hate to say it. I'm sure it was just part of his contract.
Probably, yeah.
And that's stupid. And I know Vince still holds on to the old days. Big dudes. Monsters.
He has a monster.
He does. A monster who has only been in the company for 2 years?
It hasn't been long.
And honestly, he's already ready for the title. He's ready to be champion.
Yeah.
He came... I don't know a lot about Braun Strowman's
I would say in the last year, 6 months, the original plan was he was going to retire Undertaker, and Undertaker said no, and because he was too green. If Undertaker retired at WrestleMania 34 instead of 33...
I still don't think Taker's retired. I know every year he gets a little slower, and it sucks. It doesn't suck. It's still cool to see the Undertaker, but I'd
watch him if he was 90. I don't give a shit.
He can't have the matches he had with Shawn Michaels. He can't have the matches he had with Triple H. He can't have the matches he had with, CM Punk or even Brock. He can't have that match. He can't have WrestleMania 30 again. And he was hurt immediately in that match. And he can't do that anymore. It's time for the Undertaker to retire. Not like that.
No,
it's that tarnishes his career, in my opinion. I understand Vince loves Roman Reigns. I get it. Roman has potential to be one of the greats.
Get a finisher.
What, he can't just take Goldberg /Edge /Rhino's finisher and then, do a jumping punch?
No.
Roman Reigns.
Like, if you think of, like, all the great wrestlers of all time, they all have, like...
a unique finisher?
Holy shit. Like, the Stone Cold Stunner is the greatest wrestling move of all time. Like, you knew when you hit that stunner, that guy was done. It was very rare that somebody would kick out of it. I've seen him do, half dozen spears. Ooh, let me charge up my fist. Whatever the fuck that is. No. It sucks.
Your best finisher, which I think we should do an entire episode on, is one that can come out of nowhere.
Ember Moon's O-Face. Or what do they call it now? The Eclipse.
Yeah.
They can't say O-Face on WWE Network.
The cutter is a great finisher.
Yes.
The stunner, even like I'd even give some credit to, like the rock bottom. You can hit it pretty quickly.
Dope, yeah. Choke slam,
even power bombs, catching them off the top rope into the power bomb. There are finishers that kind of come out of nowhere. I love the bank statement.
Yes.
A fucking lung buster into a crossface is a thing of beauty. If Sasha figured that out on her own, kudos to her. If creative gave that to her, holy shit, they did their jobs for once. Either way, it's a phenomenal finisher.
We should ask someone in the know. Someone who may have trained with her.
Like someone like Brian Fury.
Yeah.
Hey, Fury, call us.
If you're listening.
You're probably not.
I doubt it.
No. Okay, so with all of this, it kind of brings up something that's a little more serious, which we don't do really well. Diseases in wrestling. I know, and you're giggling. You're such a fucking child.
Yeah.
Meningitis, viral meningitis is contagious. It is very contagious. Saliva. You know, these
Stop kissing dudes.
well, you know, I
Just
mean,
kidding. If that's your thing, fucking knock
how
yourself
many times do these guys probably drool on each other because, you know, they're running back and forth?
Oh yeah, that it's
You know, these dudes are, you know, in a completely, this is not supposed to be a perverted way to say this, but these dudes are trading bodily fluids left and right. And it's just part of the job. You're wearing your underpants and you're rolling around on top of each other for half an hour. You're exchanging some bodily fluids. Tommy Dreamer, I think, has talked about how he shit his pants during a match. It happens.
gross.
I know, right? He's still, I mean, come on, Tommy Dreamer.
I hung out with him.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it came up on my Facebook timeline. There's a picture of me and Joey Fatone, and both kind of drunk. And me and Dreamer hung out and talked about hockey. It was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Cool
So
guy.
it brings me back to, you know, a number of years ago, 10 years. I don't know. There was a situation where The Undertaker wrestled Randy Orton, and Bob Orton had bladed during the match, and The Undertaker had also bladed. And later, The Undertaker found out that WWE was aware that as a child, Bob Orton had hepatitis C. Even though it's no longer prevalent in his system, it's contagious for life. And Taker flipped his shit. Bow, 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 bow. So, I mean, obviously, you know, the performers are tested regularly in general.
Full-time performers.
Full-time. I'm glad you mentioned that because not too long ago, we wondered, oh my God, how could they let a guy like Jerry Lawler have a heart attack live on the... Because he's not a full-time performer, and he didn't go through any medical testing prior to his match with Punk?
When was that? That was like 08, right?
Somewhere around there. No, I think it was later than that. I think it was like 2011, 2012.
He like straight up fucking stopped breathing for a while.
Well, he died. He died
Yeah.
backstage. In the same match, I'm pretty sure it was a cage match against Punk. And Punk also bladed during that match and got fined like 10 G's. Speaking of, you know, not blading. Which, you know, WWE can say all day long, you know, it's for the sponsors. The sponsors don't like blood. Let's be honest. You probably did it because Taker flipped his shit.
Yeah, if
I mean, there was blading up until, what, 08, 07, 08, before because 08 they went full PG.
Yeah.
No blood,
So
no
now-
swearing, no tits.
So now you have to really hide your bleeding.
Yeah.
When you do
Unless
it.
you're The Undertaker or Vince
Cena.
McMahon or Cena. Or, no, Cena didn't blade. Cena got busted open the good old-fashioned way.
The hard
by
way.
Lesnar at Extreme Rules.
Yep, so did Randy Orton.
Oh, God. I feel like they planned for Lesnar to bust him.
They did. Lesnar said, he goes, I can do it. There's a spot on your head and do it with your elbow. It's super easy, blah, blah, blah.
And he just hit him too hard.
And he just...
Or didn't stop. Either way.
No, he didn't stop. And it's like, come on, dude.
That was...
Dick move.
For getting busted open the hard way, that was one of the more brutal ones. The only other one that was probably more brutal is 92, Foley versus Vader on WCW. He asks Vader to open up his eye, swell up his eye a little bit.
Yeah.
And while Vader's throwing the forearms, he glides past his eye and breaks his nose. And back then, WCW didn't allow blood, so they had to make this. They turned the screen black and white when they aired the match. Anyways, so obviously with diseases in wrestling, it's kind of hard because you are in close physical contact with these people constantly.
Yeah.
You know, you're in the ring. There's blood, there's sweat, there's saliva, might even be a little urine, maybe some poop. It happens. But I mean, is this more of a thing where it's like, yeah, it's part of the job, it's part of the job.
It is part of the job. I think the WWE and, all the the touring companies, Ring of Honor, New Japan, Global Force, Jarrett, like whatever, any ones where it's like it's the same guys day in, day out. I feel like they should have to do just routine medical screens. It not every day, but mumps ran through the Pittsburgh Penguins locker room a few years ago, and it decimated their team. But you're on a sports team.
You call up your AHL guys and just go for it.
But you have all these people together. It should be done. Just on the regs. It's like in your house, your kid gets sick. There's a good chance you're getting sick. And there's a good chance your wife's getting sick.
I have children?
No.
Oh. Good.
I
don't know either. Who knows?
But
so I mean, obviously that sucks. Now, with a disease like this, from what I've heard, the reports I read, which once again, I am not in the know. I don't have any insider knowledge of WWE. I don't work for ESPN. I'm not Vince Jr. It's just the way my life is. With a disease like viral meningitis, when they test you, the test it's not like a pregnancy test. It's not like you piss on a stick and it's like, oh shit, you're pregnant. Nope, you're not. It's
turn blue.
Yeah, they have to take the blood samples, they have to send them in, they have to have them tested. This could take a couple of days. From what I understand is if anyone runs the risk of having this, they can't work because they run the risk of spreading it even more. What does this mean for the roster of Raw and potentially SmackDown, because they're bringing, some of the SmackDown guys in to fill the roster spots? Obviously, this is an entertainment company. This is a television program. They can't just say, nope, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Because, people buy tickets. People actually still buy pay-per-views for some reason when they could just get the WWE Network for $9.99, or they could take that $9.99 and get Powerbomb TV or Be On Demand and get better wrestling. Cheap pop, please love us. What happens if this disease gets out of control and you've got, what are we gonna have the main events? Fucking Heath Slater versus
Kurt Hawkins.
I don't know. No, that would be great. Heath Slater versus friggin' Charlie, whatever her name is. Like, what do you do if all of your stars? The last time, let's look at the disease like an injury. You're out, you're sick, you can't work for 2-3 weeks, whatever. The last time something like this happened, when there was rampant injuries within the company,
Dolph Ziggler became champion.
No, well, kind of, but we got Finn Balor from NXT. We got all of these call-ups. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn.
So it might actually work out well.
It might, especially because you and I have discussed the fact that the brand split is not working.
It doesn't make sense.
I
stopped making sense.
I'm actually okay with the brand split if they did it properly.
If you had two good brands instead of
that's the thing,
one pretty good and one not that good?
They need to, the women's division especially needs to be consolidated. Just because it's like
tag team division, there's no need to have.
The SmackDown tag division is fantastic, and the Raw tag division is getting much better. The Bar is a team that I never thought should have existed, and then one day I was like, "This is great."
They're awesome to watch.
It's a Superman,
with Cyborg, and fucking Sheamus. But no, they're a good team. The Hardys.
The Usos came out of nowhere and turned themselves around.
The Usos are fucking entertaining now. New Day, always entertaining.
New Day?
But then, Fandango and Tyler Breeze. I honestly don't care if they never wrestle again, as long as they keep doing Fashion Files, because that's
But when they get in the ring,
right? When they get in the ring,
they are amazing.
When they wrestled the Usos,
that was great.
That was hilarious.
It was a handicap match, to be fair.
But then you get the Ascension. Who cares? The Revival. Who cares?
Yeah.
But
they're injured anyways.
Right, always. But it's the same thing with the women. It's like you can lose a little bit of dead weight and then, streamline it down, have a few good rivalries, and then,
With the Cruiserweight division being exclusive to Raw, why not have the women's division be exclusive to SmackDown?
Right.
I'm not saying that the women don't deserve their spotlight on both shows, but your women's roster is shallow right now. There's some really phenomenal performers. There's some up-and-comers who are doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah, Asuka
does debut. Hopefully she doesn't get fucking meningitis. Yeah, because she's going to squash her. It's going to be, hi, Emma, kick to the face, match over.
Smash you with her butt.
So I actually want to go back real quick before we wrap it up, to AJ and Finn. So TLC, every single year, you've got a TLC match.
Yep.
And then you typically have a ladder match and a tables match. AJ Finn ladder match would be maybe the best match of all time. Put the U.S. title on the line. Fuck it.
Just no, because then you would know AJ is going to win.
Not necessarily.
If they do a brand merger, if they do,
I think they should. So you have Finn win the U.S. title. You have Finn face The Miz. You merge those two titles. Fucking, they've been talking about making a UK series. Get Pete Dunne on a permanent contract. Essentially bring back the European title with the UK championship and just have that defended, or bring back, the hardcore championship. Bring back something, having a US title and the Intercontinental title. I've said it before. I love WCW. I miss WCW, but it's dead. And the US title is the last remaining relic of a unfortunately failed company.
Fuck them.
It's time to let it die.
I never liked WCW.
I understand there's this history and there's this prestige surrounding the U.S. title. Harley Race, first U.S. champion. That's really exciting. It's time to let it die. Merge those championships. Get it over with.
Yep.
And maybe you're right. Maybe it's time to bring Raw and SmackDown back together. Maybe it's time. I'm just talking out of my ass right now. Maybe it's time to get rid of SmackDown. Bring NXT more to the forefront. Bring NXT to a major competitor in professional wrestling. It doesn't even have to be on USA. It can still do what it's due, but like you said, give us an hour-and-a-half show. Give us a 2-hour show every week.
Hour and a half.
Sure, whatever. It's on the network. It's the same thing as on TV, just without commercials.
Yeah.
Except there's still going to be fucking commercials.
Still fucking commercials.
God damn it. And then make your network exclusive show that ECW revival, that TV 14 programming that WWE has been talking about.
Yeah.
Give us that. I love SmackDown. SmackDown was always The Rock's show. The Rock's gone too. The Rock is not a wrestler anymore. He may wrestle sometimes. He's not a wrestler anymore.
He's an FBI agent.
Is that what he is in his new movie?
In Fast and the Furious, he's some sort of federal cop.
I
don't know if they
I've never
explain
seen any of those,
They're
to be fair.
Good. They're terrible.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I still watch them all.
You would.
My
Fast 9, the Faster Furious.
My wife likes them. I don't know.
Why?
She's fucking weird.
You ask her for me next time.
I will.
And when she goes, why? No, fuck you. I'll be like, all right,
yeah.
cool.
That's right.
So, TLC this Sunday, that's cool. If people want to come talk to us, though, since we're actually like putting an episode out like with some foresight right now, I will be at XWA Lockdown in Warwick, Rhode Island next Saturday. We will be at Beyond Wrestling Apocalypse Dudes in Worcester the day after on Sunday, 29th. Yes.
I'm like 90% in.
You should probably figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, XW is going to be fun. Warbeard is performing. Malonis is wrestling. JT Dunn and Ace Romero, their current tag champions. That's going to be a fun show. Kevin Nash is there for some reason.
Drinking wine. Having hot dog legs.
Blowing out his quads.
It's because they're all shriveled from the leather pants.
It's true. So, if you stuck with us that long, thank you. Check us out on Twitter at The Blade Job Show.
At High Voltage 1987.
That's Scott Perkins. Check us out on Facebook.com/The Blade Job. Check out the website, thebladejob.com. I swear to God there's going to be content on there at some point. So follow us, like, subscribe, slam that subscribe button.
Yeah. With
10,000 likes. I doubt it.
That'd be cool.
I'd go with 10.
I wouldn't be mad.
If we can get 10, I will tweet a thank you.
To the 10th?
To whoever.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Rich Palladino. I don't know.
Shawn Michaels' tag team partner?
Fuck that. No more no, Chris Jericho. We're done. We're done here.